focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here.
Well, down on the field, they're all thinking the same thing that they do every week, Charles. All the work, all the preparation over the past week, it all leads up to these next 4 quarters.
It's suspenseful now, Brandon, but once that ball is kicked, that thought will go out the window. From then on,
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
and there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Operating from the gun, Richards.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But you look at this defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or they chip away at their timing.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run on 1st down.
Presley, and a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Presley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Barton.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
In motion comes the tight end left. From the gun on 3rd down. Barton. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34.
Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Richards. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Up the middle they go. Presley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And down to the 27-yard line. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
3.5 to go, 1st quarter. 2nd and 3. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And that is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Buying time to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Following the fumble recovery, Richards. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw. Richards. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And got his man complete. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. back to throw. Barton. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
3rd and 20.
Looking to throw. Barton. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing to start the drive. Richards. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5. He finds his man complete. That's Jenkins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 9.
Back to throw.
Barton.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Looking to throw. Barton escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. I'll say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's fourth down.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Operating from the gun, Richards.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Throwing to start the drive.
Barton has this complete to Woods.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Back to throw. Barton throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out comes San Antonio. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing to start the drive. Richards. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Richards.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd down and 4.
Back to throw. Richards. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Richards. And he comes back with one complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Looking to throw. Richards. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Barton. Throw left side complete. That's Warner. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. 2nd and 4. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A final shot before break. Barton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a handoff up the middle. Presley, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Now a give, right side. Flynn, and he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Barton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Operating from the gun, Barton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
Back to throw. Barton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14. Oh, he sheds himself free. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. In motion left goes a tight end. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Richards. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jenkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
3rd down and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Back to throw. Richards. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Barton. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now in San Antonio, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Johnson, the man in motion right. 2nd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Taken down number 21. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Richards. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Richards. Touchdown! A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 5 plays there on that drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Barton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warner. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Barton. He finds his man. Complete. That's Warner. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup results in a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Barton.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
On 1st down, Presley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Presley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Off the play fake.
Barton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Barton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than... And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Flynn.
Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Presley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Presley.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Presley. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing to start the drive. Barton. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Barton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
To the right side and intercepted.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Back out comes San Antonio. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for San Antonio, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far.